What is up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while. I've been gone for 2 years now. Well, a lot has changed. The Q50 is no longer with me. I don't know why I even decided to buy that car. It's just not refined at all. So the car was on pure turbos, had injectors by Works, which are literally the worst injectors ever made, at least for the direct injection side. I will never ever buy those again. Whatever. So push comes to shove, we tune the car. It makes 675 wheel and about 580 torque with Go Race Box. And 2 months later, the car takes a shit. Oh, excuse my language. The car blows up. Right, the car blows up. I'm like, damn. And I don't even race the car, and somehow it blows up. Cylinder 6 had a low compression. It had around 130, no 90 psi. And apparently, because the integrated manifold and the way the motor is designed, that cylinder likes to overheat, and also that cylinder leaned out because of the bad injectors that keep on getting stuck shut, or yeah, kept on getting stuck shut. Whatever, replace the motor, and then on my way to Naples on Alligator Alley, a big rock is in the way, and I run it over, smashes the oil pan instantly, motor disintegrated. And after that, I took it to the shop, put another motor in, decided, you know what, let's get rid of this car. Q50s are not meant to go fast. A lot of people that spend money on these motors, build them, they all end up blowing up as well. And those cars are unfortunately not made to go fast. And also, my setup wasn't really that good. Like, I had bags too. The car wasn't meant to be on the drag or anything. So whatever, decided to sell the car and sold it for $25,000 with 60,000 miles. And the car was in pretty rough condition because I already taken off all the part of the car out. So my parts, wheels, bags, at the end I ended up getting 18,000 for those parts. So I've got a decent amount of money to play with. And doing some research, I was between a GTR or a Supra. My brother was selling a Supra for $50,000. And I said, you know what, let's take the deal. Bought a 2020 Supra, 2,500 miles on it. It was owned by some grand lady, I imagine. I don't know. But it didn't have that many miles, and it was pretty clean. And the reason I went with a 2020 Supra was, obviously I don't like the fact that it's an integrated manifold with 2 ports. But it's the only generation of B58 the B58C that was put into the Supra. And it has higher compression. I believe it has 11.2 to 1 compression, while the newer gen, the 2021 and above, have 10.2 around there. So essentially that means that the 2020 Supra, the motor, right, in theory, it can make more power, just the motor, without boost involved or anything, because of the fact that it can fit more volume inside of that individual cylinder with that extra compression. So, and that turned out to be the best decision I made. You know, VR30s, they're too complicated. You start to do a lot to them, and they really don't like it. It likes to set the sensors, and it was a lot of money for what you end up getting out of it, right? At the end of the day, with a VR30, you end up spending 15K, let's say, for example, and you end up getting around 530 wheel horsepower and like 580 torque, right? That's with the high pressure fuel pump, which is like $2,000+ injectors, $1,000 air intake, the heat exchanger, full exhaust, full downpipes, blow valves, which there's controversy on the blow valves. You don't need them. Well, there's not a big problem as long as you install them correctly and don't have a vacuum leak, which is a big issue my friend Hussein at Go Racewalk faced when a lot of his customers pulled up, have vacuum leaks because their mechanic did not install the blow valves correctly, and they couldn't get tuned properly that day. So, ended up buying the Supra in March of 2021. No, March of 2022, this year. beginning of this year. And I've done a couple things to it. It's on flex. It's on E50. Has an exhaust, HKS exhaust. Sounds pretty good. I want to go a little louder and go with the boost logic. I've heard it's actually insane. And it has an intake. Sounds amazing. And just wheels and a nice little drag setup. So I want to talk about the wheels. They're crazy. I've never seen anybody that has these wheels. I waited around 9 months. They're work wheels. They're the SP1s, but they're a special color, and I'm gonna show you today. It's pretty insane. I've never seen this on a Supra. God damn. Hey yo, what the fuck? Alright. That was on a side note. But I don't know if you guys are really ready for this setup. This is pretty crazy. So, and there she is. 2020 Supra. So we got the SP1s. They're 3-piece wheels. And look at that color. Wow, would you look at that? So this color is black asterism. They're 19-inch rims. The rear, I believe, is a offset of 31, so it's 19 by 10.5 plus 31. And it could fit some meat in there, you know what I'm saying? And the tires are Toyo RRs. I know they're not meant for the drag, they're meant for the track actually. But I don't have to warm them up, and they hook pretty well for at least the power figure this car makes, right? The front, let's go to the front. We got the big brakes there, come factory with the premium Supra, and these are 19 plus 9.5 with an offset of 19. So, and they're 265. I got some hand cooks. My neighbors gonna hate me. You guys probably can tell it's pretty freaking loud. So, and it could also get louder. Also, if I get a different exhaust, something like a Boost Logic. So, you know, the car right now is on E30. I didn't do the right mix for it. It's supposed to be E50. But also the 2020 Supra, the 2020 pumps, I guess, the low pressure side, they get stressed out if you put too much E in it. So that's why I don't really use E50 that often, because I'm still on stock pump and stock fuel system. I mean, once I upgrade, I'll go full E for sure. And I know there's a company coming out now with the high pressure fuel pump for the actual motor. Like, it's cam driven. And I don't know why all the Gen 1 has high pressure fuel pump that they sell, and so does just the Gen 1 actually. My bad. It's just the Gen 1 that has high pressure fuel pump. Well, let's take it for a spin and see how it does on E30. Alrighty. Don't mind the Hot Wheels. It's just an air freshener. Saw that AutoZone, thought it was pretty cool. But let's turn on the valves. And do not forget, take off VSC. Hold it down. About 5 seconds. And bam, now we get full power. We're not gonna be cutting timing because if it slips. So, unfortunately, I missed boost weather already. It's already like 76 degrees, but I guess at night it'll go down to the 60s again. See how it does. Alrighty. Sounds pretty nice. So I didn't mention this, but I did get it dyno tuned. The Supra made 490 to 500 wheel horsepower. At that time, I didn't have the flex fuel sensor. What are you doing, my boy? You tripping? All right. Don't mind that. I'm some goofy dude. So, yeah, at that time, I didn't have the flex fuel sensor, so I didn't know how much E the car had. I would say probably around E30, E40. And it made that much power, and it made a hell of a lot of torque. 580 pound-feet of torque. So, you know, on that much torque on a VR30, bro, you're playing a stock VR30. Playing with fire. It's a ticking time bomb. But for these B58s being forged and just naturally want to make that much torque, I guess because of the square design of the actual block and how the bore is set up. It's a little bull here, so y'all get a feeling what it's like to have a Supra. Alright, let's downshift. There you go. run quick on stock turbo E30 at the moment, and just full downpipes. I don't even have any cooling walls on this car, and you know it doesn't cut power when it's overheating or just high intake temps. But yeah, I just want to thank Hussein. He did a great job on tuning this car. He's really renowned in the field of tuning VR30s and B58s. He has a shop car also is a red Supra with I believe, I don't know what turbo kit it has, but it has a big turbo. I built from Big Boost Turbo, and a pure drivetrain transmission stage 1, and he went 4.99 in 60 to 130. And that's pretty goddamn quick, especially for a stock motor. And he's not even pushing it, you know, to the limit. You know, so he did a great job in this car. And it's been a while since I made a video, so I hope you guys enjoy this one. You know, due to the nature of my job and tower climbing, installing 5G equipment, I'm always traveling. I'm never home. But since it's the holiday season, I'll be here till at least January. So plan to make some good content during that time. And so make sure to just leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.